We're looking at an affordable USB microphone today. This one is from a newer company in the industry called 7 Rims. Their marketing material explains the name as being short for 7 Rhythms, amongst other things, so we'll call it the 7 Rhythms SR-AU01 microphone. This is an all-in-one set that comes with a shock mount, a broadcast-style boom arm, a foam windscreen, a pop filter, and a USB-C cable with USB-A adapter. It's also an all-in-one in that it's a microphone, it's an audio interface, and a headphone amp all-in-one. So all you need is a set of headphones and you're ready to record audio into your computer, tablet, or smartphone. You're hearing the microphone being used right now to record this voiceover, and it does an okay job if you're looking to step up from using the built-in microphone on your computer or earbuds. For business use, it's been really handy. On a Windows laptop, this is a noticeable improvement for online meetings, voice over IP calls, and everyday communications compared to using headphones with an inline mic. For work, it's especially nice to have a visual mute button that changes color so you know for sure that you're muted when you're on a meeting. One thing that isn't so intuitive though is that the volume control on this not only raises and lowers the volume of the headphones, but it's also tied to the level of the microphone going into your computer. And this is really unusual. It can lead to some unnecessary and kind of confusing issues. So if you need to turn up your headphones, your microphone send into your computer, your Zoom meeting, or your DAW is getting turned up too, which is not what you want. Alternatively, if you don't want to hear yourself in the headphones at all, there's no real way to do that, because turning down the volume here turns down your microphone volume as well. So that's a really unusual thing that they've done by tying those two together in a single knob, and I'm absolutely not a fan of it. Another problem you could run into is turning your headphones up too much to hear something else going on your computer and potentially having feedback with the microphone because you're turning the microphone input up at the same time. So it's a really unusual choice to put those two together, and it would be great to see them separated into different knobs in the future. So this is what you can expect having the microphone just out of frame, and it's a good microphone for that. For things like Zoom meetings, I'm using just a GoPro here into OBS, and the microphone is just out of frame here. So for things like this, it does a pretty good job. Obviously it is cardioid. So here's one side of the microphone, the front. This is the way you're supposed to speak into it. And you can hear it falls off a little bit as I move to the top, and moving around to the back, it falls off dramatically. So it's definitely a cardioid pattern, but you can hear a good amount of the room in this. For that more broadcast sound with less background or room noise, we can use the included pop filter here and get right up on the microphone, which allows us obviously to turn down the input gain. So if you want to get this tighter sound, you may want to use this pop filter to cut down on the big P's and B's. The boom arm is a little bit on the flimsy side and can sag a little bit. This is definitely not the type of boom arm you want to be messing with a lot while you're talking. Kind of a, simple boom. It's not going to hold up forever the way a professional one would. The USB-C cable they've included is maybe 6 feet, 2 meters or so long. It would be nice to see it a little longer, but most people at the desktop would probably have a USB hub they're plugging into, and for a laptop, it'll be absolutely fine. So we've tried this one on Windows machines and Macs, as well as iOS devices, and it worked well with all of them. Looking at the specs though, they claim sample rate capability as high as 192,000 hertz, but in testing, I can't get it to do anything other than 48K. There is no software or control utility for this microphone, and even force requesting a higher sample rate from a DAW did nothing. For an all-in-one kit, these are a pretty good value going off of what I've seen for pricing online. I'm not going to mention current prices any longer in videos. All it seems to do is confuse too many people over time as prices change for all sorts of reasons, and the same goes for availability. But what do you think of how this mic sounds? This video has been straight up, no EQ, no compression, just a few volume adjustments. So I'd be interested to hear what you think, and if you think it has potential if we were to do some further processing. Thanks to everyone who continues to support the channel as a member here on YouTube and of course on Patreon as well. But that's all for this time. Thanks for watching.